Get a bit of that. What on earth? It's an explosion of goals, my friends. Ipswich Town lead 3-0 at half-time. Goals from Chambers, Edwards and Bishop. We've got some lovely comments coming in. I'll grab yours in just a second. Cruncher, absolutely clinical. 3 shots on target, 3 goals. Ryan Cartwright, am I dreaming? No, Ryan, you're not. The Cruncher, Edwards much better on the left-hand side. Louis Sharp, who'd have thought that? Well, me.
Yeah.
How they get to show you a shot, I don't know. So, guys, 3-0 at half-time. Who wants to go first? Because that's just like, wow.
Go on, Amy. Tell us what
I'm so excited. I bought one cider at the supermarket earlier because I thought I was going to be sipping on it bored this afternoon, and I've nearly finished it. I don't know what I'm going to do for the second half. I'm so pleased. I'm so happy. And I'm so annoyed I'm not there to watch it. How much fun would today have been? 3-0 up at half time.
Dreamland, isn't it?
We'd have been singing about winning the league.
Absolutely. Nick, Matt?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm half of football.
I'm thinking to myself, is that the best half since Lambert's been at the club? I think it has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. We've looked clinical, we've looked crisp, we've passed the football lovely. Hey, well, what more can you say? I mean, it's been the quickest half-time show in history because it's a fantastic first-half performance. I thought 3-0 overall. Nick said 5, and we had a slight laugh. No, Nick, it was a bold prediction. We wanted that sort of boldness, all these 1-1s, Matt. David Pascoe, more goals in this if we're going to tap if we're going to attack players. Great first half. That's it, right? So with 3-0, you would like to think there's 3 points coming back down with us, but you still want to be aggressive in the second half, right? None of this foot off the pedal, sit back, defend. We want to be aggressive. We want to be front foot still, going at them, right? Because they're there for the taking. There's more goals in this.
Absolutely, there is. I mean, it seems to be like we've got a return of that press we saw against Bristol Rovers in the League Cup, which also was 3-0, wasn't it, down at Pullman Road? We seem to have got that. We seem to be back in that mentality again. It's so much different to what we saw against MK Dons last week, where we struggled to get forward. We finished the game with 10 men, okay. But we didn't really create anything, did we, in the second half? Look how much we've created today, just in terms of looking dangerous coming forward. Absolutely fantastic. And 3 great finishes as well. Yeah.
Oh, the Teddy Bishop one for me was the best finish. Which one for you was the best one?
For me, I'm going to go with Chambers. I was
Chambers, what a beaut!
I mean, Edwards did really well on the left, didn't he? He skinned that right back really nicely. Yeah. The cross was a bit behind everybody, but I was not expecting Chambers to come in there and whack it Roberto Carlos style, curl it in from there. Really good finish. Was that your favourite as well, Amy, was it?
Definitely. We said, do you know what? We said before the game, we were joking about, like, if Hawkins isn't an out-and-out striker, where are our goals going to come from? Well, they're going to come from right back. They're going to come from left wing. They're going to come from all over the shop. Who needs a striker?
Luke Chambers is a right back. Full stop. He is, he's not necessarily the best right back at the club. You've got Kane Vincent-Young, but he always performs better for me at right back than as a centre back. And he has this this good knack, I suppose, of getting on the end of things.
Yeah, he did fantastic there. I mean, you've been saying that all summer, haven't you, Miney? You and Richard, to be fair, have been saying he's a right back.
I've done since they moved him inside. I thought it was crazy, really, when we didn't have a right back. Look at Doncaster at home a couple of years ago, got on the back end of that. This goal today was sublime for many reasons, one of them being the technique. I've seen so many players, even the Premier League, that would have skied that. You're hitting row Z. He got his head over it. What a goal. What a goal.
It was a really lovely finish, wasn't it? And it could be 4, couldn't it? Because Hawkins had that opportunity with that cross from Bishop. I was thinking to myself, I wonder if Norwood had been on the pitch, would that have been sort of tailor-made for him? But I think Hawkins is doing well. Even himself has gone down the right wing, hasn't he, and putting a little cross in for everybody. Edwards is at the far post, wasn't he?
He was quite important for the second goal, wasn't he? It was like a sort of a bit of a dummy run.
Yeah, well, I tell you, I thought he did really well there, mate. Kenlock, he was tenacious. We saw that on Tuesday with Liam Gibbs. He was tenacious in getting that ball on the right flank. Seemed to lost cause, kept going, crossed the ball in, Blimey scores. And fantastic for Miles. We all said we want to see him do well. He might not be all our number one starting slot while Ward is out, but he did really, really well there. Well done, Miles. because it all started from him being tenacious.
He's had a really good first half, and that's because Blackpool, for me, have looked really poor on either flank. I mean, is Luke Garbutt playing?
They've played him left back, which we've all said before the show is not where you'd be playing him. Seems a weird thing.
Well, he's not been in this.
But
I tell you who's keeping him quiet is Alan Judge.
Yes.
Judge is marking him. Judge is like well-timed tackles, just not letting him go, basically. We were talking about, what we do about him. It's been Judge.
Yeah.
And for me, Judge is there to sort of, set up the goals and things like that to be pushing forward. But look at how well he's doing.
He's doing really well.
And how well our defence is doing. They've just had nothing. They've had no opportunities.
At least we haven't had the manager of the month hangover. We've still got second half yet.
Yeah. Remember, was it Derby when we were like 3-0 up?
Steve McLaren,
Didn't we?
Eric Clacton thought he'd slipped back to the 70s. It did feel like that at times. It really did. David Pascoe feels Blackpool fortunate to still have 11 men.
That's again.
I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but there's been some talk of Emmy Hughes not pulling his weight, even in that game today. Has he done enough for either of you two? Matt?
I've noted down here, Hughes, crap pass. After 12 minutes, we gave that ball away. I don't know. Everyone else seems to come to the forefront. Maybe he's keeping that midfield quiet. That's allowing everyone to push forward. But yeah, he's under the radar again. We said that, didn't we? He's under the radar again. Look, Chambers for 10 goals. If only Kane Vincent-Young was playing, he'd have had a hat-trick by now.
Well, this is it. Johnny Duncan, 75 minutes for Lancaster and Bennett. I think now's the, give it 5-10 minutes.
100%. I'd like to see
it would be good to see. I want to. Who's on the bench in terms of midfielders? Can we bring anybody on? Let's have a quick look. We had Cornell, McGuinness, Lancaster, Wolfenden, Bennett, Sears. I want to see Jackson. Bring Jackson on.
See Jackson, yeah.
I mean, Hawkins has played all right in that first half, some lovely runs. But again, I mean, I want to see a striker in a game like today who should be licking his lips now and thinking, I've got some chances coming in this half.
Yeah. Me and my mates have been saying, I think we said it last time I was on, imagine Hawkins and Jackson together, that this is the game to give it a go, isn't it? And imagine how well that could come off. Like, let's walk away from this 6-0.
Yeah.
I tell you who is anonymous? Grant Ward. He'd be nowhere near our first team now, would he?
Yeah.
I mean, he was anonymous for us anyway, other than that hat-trick he scored on his debut. That kind of his career, didn't it?
Sometimes we give the club stick and it's rightfully deserved. Sometimes, though, we've got to say, do you know what? Coaches see him every day. They know a little bit more than we do. Yes. And maybe he's just not at the level we want him to be anymore. And him and Garbutt both not stood out. I mean, if Luke Garbutt wanted a championship club, he needs to be playing better than he has done today because... woof. I mean, geez.
Someone had said to me, Martin, in the summer, who works in football, said there's no way Garbutt will go to a championship club. He'll be League One again. And I was like, really? He was right.
Yeah. Danny Allen on Facebook, definitely bring Jackson on. Neil Wilmore, great goal from Teddy, and great to see him doing that after all the injuries, like a new player. Yes, that is the Teddy of old, Neil. I completely agree with you. Jody Richardson, welcome, Jody. Chambers for Prime Minister. He is so much better. Sorry, he is so much better without a crowd. Do you know what? I think games like today, I agree with Jodie there, but games like today, really, we could do with a crowd because the Blackpool lot would be on there, would make the game 10 times harder for them already. It'd make it so much easier in that second half because the crowd...
The away crowd would have been amazing today. We'd have been all absolutely hammered before we got there. And then this 3 goals up at half time. Oh my God, it would have been congas down the aisles, I reckon. We'd have been having so much fun in the pouring rain, if it's anything like it is in Yorkshire.
Go on, Matt.
I think very quickly, I mean, what a turnaround for Bishop. I mean, we've been a little bit critical of him in the away games, being a bit anonymous.
Yeah.
What, 1 goal in 6 years? And he's got 3 in 5 games?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Is that because he's getting a run of matches now? He's injury-free at the moment.
I think Blackpool are helping because, I mean, there are some away games where we sat and he's been, MIA. Today, he's been given freedom, as has Andre, who's played really well. And the freedom of the park allows players like Bishop to step up. And do you know what? If big if of Ipswich, the result carries on, full credit to Paul Lambert for bringing this game forward because you've got your finger on the pulse of the squad. I was not. I was against it, and he's been saying every single press conference we're playing really well, and I've been thinking, are we? Have we? Is that the game I've watched? But today, knocked it out of the park. Looking elsewhere, we've got Gillingham beat Oxford 3-1. Accrington Stanley.
Who are they?
Thank you. 0-0 with Rochdale. Crewe are beating Wigan 2-0. Wow. Wow, okay. Lincoln 0-0 with Bristol. Northampton are losing in their derby at home to Peterborough. Plymouth Argyle 1, Burton 0. Portsmouth 2. They came back from a goal down to beating Milton Keynes Dons 1-0. And AFC Wimbledon are beating Swindon Town 1-0. So we'll return at full time with the full time show on the full time whistle. We guys want you involved at full time, so get your comments in the chat box or come on the show like us three here. Come on the show and have your say and hopefully celebrate a rugby score. But yeah, we'll be back at full time and we'll catch you all then with love, with care. We'll see you all at full time.
Enjoy it.